Last game of the season, solidly mid-table, triple digits in yellow cards. I'm not disappointed. I'm not upset. But as tough as last summer's transfer window was, this summer's transfer window is going to be even worse. But we've got one last game today, and then a season recap, and maybe the possibility to steal a player from a team if they do get relegated. My name's FM20. It's time to get Réal. So we are in 12th place. Can't go any higher, can't go any lower. Well, we could go up to 11th, but you know, it's strange. I didn't really do a lot of research and so on and so forth before I decided to play in Spain, and there's no prize money unless I'm completely looking in the wrong place. Overview, rules, structure. You know, you'd think they would have something up here. Oh, parachute payment. You get a 13.5 million euro parachute payment if you get relegated. And that is the only money you get. I mean, the TV money we get is good. It's not Premier League good. But then again, until recently, we were the #1 league in the world. I think France may have overtaken us. Nope, we're back to first. That, or we're falling to second next year because of how that works. They're like a year behind or something like that. I'm not quite sure. The classes just make me look smart, I swear. So the last few games have gone about as well as expected, which is to say we didn't win. We lost one, we drew two. Leganes absolutely thrashed us 3-0. This was just a horrible game all around. Let me go there real quick. They had 12 shots, 6 on target. We had 12 and 5, but the game lasted maybe all of 3 minutes long. It was 4 highlights maybe, and 3 of them were them scoring. And then against Osasuna, who everybody said, oh, they're a much bigger team, and yada yada this and yada yada that. They were 2 places below us at the time. We drew with them. Julian Rusev a goal, Danilo Vega a goal, Alan Halovic and Augustin Uzri had goals for Osasuna. The last one came in the 84th minute to claw the drawback. This was a solid game for us. Nedalica was good in goal. Rusev had a solid game. Vega had a solid game. Ruiz actually had a solid game. One of the things I did to get Vega into the game was I dropped one of my midfielders back to defensive midfielder, and he seemed to like that. I had played him at Segundo Volante, and he was just all over the place. So it's something to consider going forward next year. Against Espanyol, I broke out the... Well, they're calling it a 4-1-2-3, but it's the 2 defensive backs, 2 wing backs, 2 midfielders, and so on and so forth against Espanyol, and I clicked the wrong thing again. 35 shots, 14 on target, huge possession advantage, and it took a Majashak 6-minute penalty kick for us to get on board, and then they equalized in the 9th minute. They had 6 shots, 4 on target in the entire game. So as good as that tactic worked for us, it didn't get the ball in the net, and that is somewhat disappointing. Yada had a horrible game. Matozovic was okay. Jurgen and Matashak had okay games. Everyone else was just kind of blah. Gertboost had a solid game. He was player of the match. He got an 8.0, but considering what he faced, he totally deserved it. So it was just one of those games left a foul taste in your mouth. So we're playing Levante today. They are in 14th place. They have the opportunity to stay in 14th place. So Lucena leads us with 14 goals. Pietro Bruni had a 7.2 rating for the highest average. Lucena Traore, Bakariata, and Robbie Matando each had 6 assists. We had 7 players with 2 players in the match awards. Igor Yurkin and Assam Mohammed each had 11 yellow cards. And Rusev, Bakari Jada, Essam Mohammed, and Lebi and Genie each had 1 red card each. I was really kind of considering bringing Lebi and Genie in because he's young and he's big and he's, you know, numbers-wise, he looks good, but he has made so many mistakes these past few games. It is not even funny. I could have sworn mistakes was something that was in here. I don't believe it. I just, he goes up for headers and he misses them. He'll pass the ball to like one of my guys who's surrounded by 3 other guys. And it's just mistakes. Select all. Oh, I have to choose the game, don't I? This was Espanol. I can't remember if he played or not. I usually don't do this, so I'm wondering what's going to happen here. Especially because I haven't saved the game in a couple of games, which I normally usually do. This could get interesting. Okay, back in a bit. And what do you know? Was able to save it. I am old enough to remember how to use the tab bar on menus when you can't use your mouse. Yeah, I'm that good. And that was my wife texting me from upstairs, like literally 10 feet that direction. So, okay, where were we? Espanol. Yeah, the Espanol game was just, we had so many shots and so many on target, and Group Boost definitely earned his paycheck. And then we were looking at the player reviews, and I was talking about Genie, who I am just going to keep away from, well, there's a lot of jokes I could use there, but they're all in bad taste considering what's going on, so I'm just not going to say them out loud. But you're thinking about them now. So that said, we're playing Levante coming up next, and we'll wrap the season up. It's been a successful season. I can't really complain about that. I wish we would have gotten a little better. Instead, we got slightly worse. But losing Traore the last few weeks really kind of hurts there too. So, okay, we will get this game underway. I'll be back with this in just a bit. I'm playing a 4-2-4 today. Nedelik in goal, Mahmoud, Sarek, Genie, and Rusev as the defense back for. Clemente is not exactly 100% match fit, and plus, I want to get a win, and I think as much as I've been ragging on Genie lately, I think he's better equipped to give us a win against Levante than Clemente is. Grigera and Majishak as the midfielders, Yada and Matano as the attack midfielders, Matosevic and Ruiz up top as the strikers. That said, if Genie does do something stupid, I have no problems pulling him off for Clemente. I'm giving him enough rope to hang himself with, as my dad used to say. And he will either do a good job or I will pull him up with it. Yada driving forward in the box. Matosevic gets the rebound off Lasornier and scores. 5th of the season for the youngster. Nice move by Yada. Nice reaction by Matosevic. A little late dive from Lasornier was athletic enough. We're getting a new stadium this summer too. We have to. It's league rules. So we might not be in high. We might not actually be in high-end next season. We could be ground sharing with someone else, because our current stadium can only get expanded to 13,500 or something like that. The stadium capacity is like 12,000. It can be expanded to like 15,000 or something like that. But minimum stadium size is 16 in La Liga, and we've had 2 years of deferrals, and we don't have any more deferrals after this year. Which means we may or may not have a chunk of money to spend in the transfer window, because they could say, oh, we're going to use it all to build this nice brand new stadium. Mbula charging, hits it off the side of the net. Barcelona won the treble this year. Sarek. Long. Campania. Oh, yeah, steps in front of that pass, intercepts it, driving forward. He's got help, holds it up. Matosevic, one-on-one with the keeper again, right at him. That was a very nice play by Lasornier. I'm going to encourage the guys. And they're frustrated. Jeebus. Yeah, recovers the corner kick, holds it up, crosses in. Mad Shack, top of the box, and just skies it. He likes those long shots. The only goals he scored from close in this season, I want to say, have been on set pieces. Rober gets by Matashak, who went for the tackle and missed. And Rodriguez heads it wide left. Barty with the... Oh, Nedelicka, very nice save. Throws it out to Matondo. Ruiz. Grigara. Matashak. Genie. Sarek. Mahmoud. Matozovic. Oh, nice try. I'm playing my wing backs at inverted wing backs. See if I can't get a little more overload in the center. Just because, you know, we're doing well out wide. One of the things I noticed in the Espanyol game was that we had a lot of crosses in, but not enough people in the box to take advantage of them. A 1-0 lead at half, 6 goals, I wish. 6 shots, 4 on target. They have a slight possession advantage. The goal this season was to finish under triple digits in yellow cards. Didn't happen. 103. 60 minutes in, we're going to make a couple changes here. Yada is going to come off, and Zanuck is going to come on. Actually, you know what? It's Powell's last game here at Hyen. We'll bring him on. Guerra's not having the best game. We'll bring on Jurkin and switch him out with Matashak. Except Jurkin wants to be a box ball winning midfielder. Matashak wants to be a deep line playmaker. Ferrari. Up to Rodriguez. Rusev steps in front of him, steals the ball. Over to Genie. See? He gives it right to Raul. Sabo one-on-one was... He's lucky it's the last game of the season, that's all I'll say. $104 yellow cards. Powell just got injured. Of course he did. I don't have any more subs left to take him off. Barty, corner kick in. Mahmoud knocks it away. Rober runs it down. Dispossessed by Rusev. Is anybody in a high uniform going to get there? No. Deviv sends it back to Larsenaire. Up to Campania. To Pereira. Oh, Rusev steals the ball again and just bangs it forward. Ruiz went for the steal but missed. Pereira. To Barty. Fernandez. Nedelicka, very nice stop. Fernandez couldn't stop it from going out of bounds. Looks like we're... Do I say this out loud? Looks like we're going to lose Muhammad. Three minutes of extra time. And they score. Raul's second goal of the season. I'd lay even money. His first goal of the season was against us, too. God, I really don't want to see this. Well, I think it's safe to say we were doing okay until we lost 2 guys due to injury. They're going to get one more. Nope. Blow the whistle, ref. Jeez. Okay, we got FM'd. There's no way to say that. There's no other way to say that. You lose 2 players to injury. Hopefully it's nothing too serious with Mahmoud. Hellas Verona got demoted. I know I mentioned this way in the past when the series began, but one of the things, if you're starting a new save, is if you're playing a bigger club with a little bit of money, keep an eye on Brescia and Serie A, because if they get relegated, Sandro Tonali's release fee is only 10.5 million euros. Mahmoud, out 5 to 6 weeks. Matozovic finally scores. He did, yeah, it was a while. 300,000 euros paid out. Said Met God to the press conference. Save the game here real quick. Inzaghi was fired by Sociedad. Interesting. Okay. Cadiz qualified for the Europa League. Wow. Sociedad, Inzaghi got fired because they didn't finish in European football, probably. We finished 12th on 44 points. It's not bad. Oh, Lassina Traore was the pick at 3 players. Inducted into the best 11. Yulian Rusev and Igor Zhurkin were other players selected. Alexander Aklas is at Ferreira. Robles turns out for Ibar. Sanz and Hamiardi at Club Deportivo. How was Yardi's season this year? Not that great. Garonio is at Leonesa. Rochi is at Andorra. Barrera is at Union de la Palmas Atletico. Those guys are out of football. End of season awards. Player of the season, Lassina Traore, of course. Goal of the season, Bakary Diatta versus Cadiz. This was back early in the season. Traore holds it up. Diatta. Yeah, I remember that. I think there were better goals I saw this season, but that one was pretty good. Signing of the season, Eric Majak for 4.2 million euros. Young player of the season, Lassina Traore, 24 years old. Season review. Tipped to be relegated. Finished mid-table. We were, from week, whatever this is, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. From week 16 on, we were solidly mid-table. The lizard part of my brain still says we were going to get relegated somehow. If there was a way to get relegated, I would have found a way by now, I think. Next season, though, I would like to finish higher than 10th. If we could finish in single digits, that would be great. Possession soccer, high-tempo soccer, work within payroll budget, fight really against relegation. Become an established Liga team. It's in progress. I can't. Oh, to be negotiated later. Okay. I did start a new coaching. Will it tell me what I'm actually studying for? Studying for my Continental Pro. It's going to be a busy season. Off season, that is. Dynamics. We're doing pretty good. Although, if we lose a couple players, losing Clemente and Ruiz could be a ding, but maybe not so much. Team meeting. Okay. The last 2 seasons, we've been tipped for relegation, and we've avoided it. So going into next season, I think we're in a good position to avoid relegation. God damn it. End of season break. Report back on July 7th. Held in Holland. Yeah, well, you know what? We'll go to Holland. And we'll play some Holland teams. My players on loan. Juan Francisco, my half-star ability youth striker, who is very fast, and that is about it. Hit 21 goals in 37 games. What are some of the bigger names to keep an eye on? David Darby had a solid season until he got injured. Frank Campos had a decent season. Gabor Kovac, a good season, 24 goals, 10 assists, or 25 appearances, 4 goals, 10 assists. Lorenzo Piantini had 11 assists. That's really kind of good. Anything else going on to here? Dinsula got to sit in Belgium and earn a paycheck. There are harder things in life. I don't remember seeing anything about the budget here. Let me... Mateos. Yeah, he's a youth player I found. Okay, we'll look at the players here real quick before they leave on vacation. Nerdphonics Witness the Fitness Squad overview. I like this because you can set your training, your role, and also do focuses as well. Okay, everybody, we'll click off on the unavailable guys because I know I have some people injured. If we go by appearances and I take off the B squad in the 19s, Thomas Nedelicka, 40 appearances, 6.92 rating. Not great, but not horrible. 63 goals allowed in 36 games is not good. We only had 6 shutouts. If I can find somebody better this offseason, I will. Kike Clemente, 35 appearances, 2 off the bench, 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 player of the match. Essa Mohammed came in, and he did get better. We'll take a look at the spreadsheet beginning next season. You'll see how much better he got. 33 appearances, 2 off the bench, 5 assists, 1 player of the match. Eric Majishak, solid season, 32 starts, 5 off the bench, 4 goals, 2 assists, 2 players of the match. Bakary Yata, 32 appearances and 2 off the bench, 9 goals, 6 assists. Lassini Traore was having a solid season, even up until when he got injured. 14 goals, 6 assists, 2 players of the match. Labian Gini, 31 appearances, 1 off the bench, 2 goals, 2 assists, player of the match. Rabi Matondo, not what I expected him. I was expecting a little bit more, but he did okay. He had a lot of niggling injuries throughout the year too. 4 goals, 6 assists, 2 players of the match in 28 starts. Igor Zhurkin, 24 starts, 5 off the bench. He's wanted by Granada, but I promised him a new contract. So let me do that real quick. And then who was the other one? Max Mace. We'll get to him in a minute. Pedro Ruiz, 24 starts, 5 off the bench, 6 goals, 3 assists, 2 players of the match. Martin Matozovic, 24 starts, 3 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists, 1 player of the match. He will definitely have a larger role next season. Alvaro Nunez, 27 appearances, 2 off the bench, 2 goals, 4 assists, 2 players of the match. Julian Rusev, 22 appearances, 4 off the bench, 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 players of the match. Pietro Bruni, he didn't get a lot of starts the last half of the season. 21 appearances, 6 off the bench, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 players of the match. Frank Campos in limited... Well, nope, he was on loan. Milos Serac in half a season. 15 appearances, 6 off the bench, 2 assists. Max Mace. He's got 2,600 a week now. What does he want? Yeah. Lysander Tremonti, decent pickup. Didn't get as much playing time. Well, he nine starts, 4 off the bench, 2 goals, and a player of the match. Marcelo Salinas, 8 appearances, 5 off the bench, 1 goal, 1 assist. He will see more playing time starting next season. Jose Gangara, 5 appearances, 2 off the bench, 2 goals, 1 assist. Who was the last big one? Danilo Vega, 1 goal and 2 appearances, 2 off the bench. If we sort by ability, it's a mid-table squad. And frankly, I need a couple of these younger players to start getting better. I'm going to try and avoid the lone players next season unless I get an absolute glorious youngster willing to come in one of the 3 positions I talked about earlier. It's going to be mostly in club. We do have a player coming in to help Sarek out next season. Hopefully he will no longer be unhappy and will continue to get better. And I am still waiting to see what our budgets are. And once we figure that out, we will call this an episode. Look at that. $375. Yeah. Kicker is as I freaking my hand picked a hell of a time to stop cooperating with me. Sorry about that. I think right now we're spending $291. That's not too bad. So that's 3 or 4 players depending on how much they want. I mean, if I take that all the way down, I can go up to 15 million. That's not so bad. We lost a little money this season. Still no debts and loans. At least yet. We'll probably have to take out one for the new stadium. Move to La Nueva Las Carmenes. In Granada. Holy cow, that is a wide pitch. Just a second. Yeah, so it's a little stretched out, and frankly, trying to get the website to display was just a pain in the behind. An hour-and-a-half commute. High-end, of course, is up here, and Granada is down there, and for some reason they have us going in a straight line and not taking the A44. We're still not getting a new stadium. Nuts. It's a big old square of a stadium, though, that's for darn sure. All things considered, not an unsuccessful season. 44 points is pretty good. Last year, we finished on 48, so we fell a little bit, but considering... Again, we were tipped to be relegated. You know, we did really, really well. The other thing I wanted to keep an eye on was Alaves. Oh, they're not getting demoted. Okay. Well, we'll take a look at some of the guys that have been demoted, see if there's anybody of quality on there, and whether or not we can steal them. It's going to be a busy, busy off-season again, so fun times, though. I'm really looking forward to it. I really think we can definitely get better. And single-digit finish next year. If we finish 9th, I will be happy. The year after next, European qualification for sure. So... got to spend some money. Got to spend it wisely. Gonna have to sell some players too, which, you know, it's a sad state of affairs, but that's soccer, football, life. If you did like what you seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticism, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM20. Thank you for watching.